are the Stoles family, and this is our off-grid home that we built.
You're the soul who understands the stars that made me who I am.
It's hard to build a house as a couple, and it doesn't always work out. And yeah, and we're best friends, and that kind of fell away for a few years as it was pretty rough for a bit, and we're kind of back to the being best friends and hanging out, and yeah, it's good, right?
It's been good, yeah.
Yeah, you better say right.
But in my head was in the clouds. You found a way to pull me out.
I've never had to convince Mel to be up here.
No.
In truth, there's been probably 3 really distinct times in my memory anyways that I would have been completely happy to bomb this place and move back to town. And
Nope.
Mel was kind of, no, we're staying here.
I love it here.
We started this path. We love it here. She especially loves it here. And we're gonna figure this out.
You're always guiding me, yeah, it's true. You carry me with you.
Welcome to our house.
We had already been looking at other different alternative building styles like straw bale homes and earth bag homes and rammed earth homes and things like this that were all pretty interesting to us, especially straw bales at the time. But somewhere along the line, I saw a picture of an Earthship, and that was it. I was like, this is what we're building. The original Earthship idea was started in the 70s by a guy named Michael Reynolds, and he was an architect and also interested in making homes that functioned better in his view compared to our traditional North American homes.
From outside, the house just looks like that little front chunk there, and all of these walls in the back and on the sides are buried underneath a berm. This gray-looking material is called cob, and it's a mix of sand, clay, water, and straw. It is a structural building material and has been around for thousands of years, and there are still some houses that are close to 1,000 years old that are made from cob, still standing today. So it's very long-lasting if it stays dry.
The house is predominantly built out of things you can find laying around that would otherwise be garbage and recycled, upcycled.
How much is this stove, honey?
Free.
Yes! It's free?
It was free.
Yeah!
We have our solar panels out on the front of the house that bring the power into this wall here. This section here is where our water gets processed. We capture all the water off the roof of the Earthship, the rainwater and snow melt, and it goes into some giant tanks behind the house. And then this pump here pulls the water from the tanks and filters it out. We're able to at least use our water 3 times. So once for dishes, then it comes into the greenhouse, it waters the plants as it filters its way down here. And once it's been filtered through all that, we can put it back into the house in the toilet, flush it out. For the first time in 7 years, we have a bathroom with a flushing toilet. That's been pretty darn exciting for us. So the only time we have water leaving the house as waste is when it gets flushed out of one of the 2 toilets that we'll have, and it goes to a small septic field out the side of the house.
At the end of the build, we'll have spent somewhere between $80,000 and $90,000 total. What I know of our area, people are paying about $250 a square foot to have a home built right now. And this is a 3,200 square foot home, so it's something like $750,000 if I was to hire a builder to make something this size out of traditional components. Our expenses to be here are really low, and that was one of the reasons we wanted to build a house like this, so that we could have the freedom to work a little bit less and enjoy life a little bit more. We literally, for our life here, have 4 bills: mortgage, phone, internet, and our credit card if we're carrying a balance on that, and that's it. I guess I have to include in there propane. It's not a monthly expense. We fill a big propane tank up a couple times a year, and so it'd probably work out to be something like $20 or $30 a month that we're spending on propane, and that does our cooking.
They help with animals, the pigs and the rabbits, and they move stuff around, and it's pretty cool watching.
They've both actually been very helpful, and that's another part of something that they've learned is how to be good workers.
I learned how to use a chainsaw.
Hardcore worker chick here, mixing up some cob.
They've had their hands involved in everything that we've done. Sometimes it would just be, one cut with the saw, and then they'd be like, well, that's boring, I'm going to go play again. But sometimes they'd find a job that they really latched onto and would work by our sides for a week if that's how long it took, or they'd be out every day for a few hours to like help mix the cob and throw mud on the walls, and that was really fun. And
Pound tires,
they were pretty active in
Yeah,
that, and they always get a kick out of trying the new machinery and tools and things like that.
They're tough little kids. They don't really complain. Every once in a while there's like, oh, why can't we just live in a normal house? But I think that's mainly because they want to be closer in proximity to their friends.
I don't want to do the channel.
Oh, well, life is hard sometimes, isn't it?
They know our life is unusual. They know that our house is weird. They know that lots of stuff about being up here is different than their friends and other families that we know and are in contact with a lot. And so they're getting to see both sides of the story. And that was an important thing for us in regards to what they would learn by being up here.
Being able to have a large group was an important thing for us. So we've got a nice big dining room area.
Now that we moved into the Earthship, it's like, well, we have like a full-size electric fridge that we can put ice cream in the freezer and all of our meat and frozen vegetables and stuff, and we still have leftover space, and it just is on. And we have
laundry. We didn't do laundry at home for a long time. We would do it at friends' houses or at the laundromat. And just last year, Jer put in the washing machine.
Life hasn't gotten more expensive since we moved in here at all, but now we have all of these luxuries and things that we haven't had for 7 years creeping back into our life, and that feels great.
Now my heart stumbles on things I don't know.
Life is not going to feel like living in a dream. So there's still a lot of hard work, and there's still a lot of hard moments, and there's still a lot of challenges that come with living your dream. And that was a big deal for me. I don't think I put those two pieces together until we arrived out here.
Where you invest your love, you invest your life.
And this is our dream. This is what we set out to do, and we're actually making it happen, which I'm very proud of. But it's come with a lot of tears and a lot of hardship and a lot of sacrifice and a lot of challenges along the way. It hasn't been all roses and fun, and I definitely would encourage people to do exactly like Mel said and chase after your dreams, but just make sure that you're ready for the adversity that you'll face. Whatever your dream might be, it's not going to be, most likely it's not going to be just a walk in the park.
And if it is,
challenges.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, give me a call. Let me know how you figured that out.
Yeah.